Hello, my loyal OldSillyStick fans. Welcome back to Mario Party board playthroughs. I know you have all been eagerly awaiting the next installment. I was pretty consistently uploading for the first 3 boards, but then I dropped off, but now I'm back. Starting February 2nd, 3:43 a.m. It's the start of Chinese Lunar New Year and Black History Month. Pretty exciting. Maybe I'm planning on watching the movie Rush Hour in celebration. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just you know how it is on OldSillyStick. Play Mario Party. I'll keep with the easy, normal, hard for the computers. I think that works pretty well. So why am I here? Wait, yeah, Boo's Haunted Bash is the board I want to do. So we need to talk about the Big Nate show. If you don't know what Big Nate is, look it up. It's a kind of it was inspired by, you could say it is a ripoff of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. If you don't know what Diary of a Wimpy Kid is, look that up. But anyways, Big Nate is a children's book series about a mischievous middle schooler, and it has recently been made into a Nickelodeon TV show, and it is one of the most perverted things I have ever seen in children's animation. And that's coming from somebody who grew up when there were horrible cartoons like Fanboy and Chum Chum, The Problem Solvers, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, the later seasons of SpongeBob, and a host of other animated abominations that I don't want to recall. Yeah, Big Nate. I don't know what's going on. I mean, hold on. Well, first of all, I'm playing a board game, so I have to try and think about what I want to do. Okay, so I need to go that way, therefore I want to go there. Okay, that works. Let me be clear, I'm not totally against kid shows having innuendos. Some of my favorite SpongeBob moments are maybe a little dirty, but Big Nate just goes way too far. It is downright fetishist, some of the scenes in it. The most notable being Big Nate trying to pull a sick prank on his friend, quote-unquote friend, Francis. Tells Francis to try and do an atomic sit-up. He says, try and sit up. It's really hard. And so I think the setup's supposed to be that Francis has his eyes closed. I'm not sure why somebody would do sit-ups with their eyes closed, but I guess that's what an atomic sit-up is, or maybe that's just who Francis is. But in any case, Francis closes his eyes, he's lying on his back, and then he thrusts his upper body upward into sit-up position, and unfortunately his nose ends up in Big Nate's rectum. The show creators even added a nice squishy sound of some sort, as Francis's rather square, prominent nose is just plugged into Nate's butt crack. And it's really strange. And then the camera cuts to Big Nate teasingly wiggling his cheeks into the camera with this sly grin of victory or concupiscence. I don't know. But it's really disgusting. And then his friends laugh, and Nate even does a thumbs up and a smile to the camera when it's all over and done with. And I just don't know why anyone would put that in a children's cartoon. Oh. Okay, so for those of you who missed that, I passed by there, and so now the bridges are out, so I'm not going to be able to get to the star. Well, I'm going to have to think about how to do that then on my next turn. Because unless somebody passing by it, is that okay? Ah, so see now Daisy will be able to go there, except Wario is gonna pass by there. Let's see, unless he gets a low roll, nope. So I don't think any of us are gonna be able to get it. So that star might just be hanging out there for a while. Unless, I think there is a train of some sort. It's a Boo train that maybe I can take. But, we'll figure it out. I gotta get back to talking about Big Nate. I mean, seriously, this show... Of course, it's a meme. Big Nate is sus, haha, it's funny and it's ironic. But seriously, the writers knew what they were doing. There's a scene where... There's at least 2 scenes so far that have a lot of white stuff. Very seminal looking white stuff just blasted all over the screen or the school. In one case, it doesn't even make sense. In one of it, the substance is supposed to be milk. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's a weird scene and it's grotesque, but at least there's some explanation for it. But in another one, did we just barely win that or lose it? Let's see. Nice. Okay, that was a last-second victory. And so in one scene, I'll start with the one that sort of makes sense. It's so fetishist. You know it's just written in to have a bunch of white stuff spewing everywhere. But the premise is that Big Nate is basically breastfeeding his dog. He has... Oh, I was supposed to check the map. It doesn't matter anyways. Big Nate has some bottles of milk for his dog Spitzy, and he has them attached to his chest to nurse the dog. And then the dog kind of slowly approaches the bottle, very phallic-looking bottle, and then takes a bite and just starts shaking Nate around, and a bunch of white stuff is everywhere, which is supposedly milk, but we all know what it is. You can you can do the math, you can figure it out for yourself. But then there's another scene that makes even less sense where I guess Big Nate and his friend Teddy... Oh wow, Bowser would be a Big Nate fan. We have a Big Nate moment right here. That's what we call Big Nating. When you put your butt in somebody's face. Good stuff. Alright, let's see what this Bowser minigame is about. We'll have to pause the Big Nate conversation. Don't worry, we'll get back to it. I'm gonna have more to say about Big Nate. Gwahaha, welcome. Okay. Fruits of Doom. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I know what this one is. I have to memorize. Alright, I'm gonna stay silent for a bit. Hold on. Okay, pineapple, banana, orange, cherry are the ones I saw. Pineapple, banana, orange, cherry. Pineapple, banana, orange, cherry. Okay, well, pineapple's taken. Banana, orange, cherry. The commentary is not going to be very interesting during this. Banana, orange, cherry. Walk, I guess. BOC. BOC, banana, orange, cherry. Alright, banana's taken. So we're just at OC. Orange cherry. Alright, well, I can remember orange cherry. So Big Nate, yeah. So anyways, Big Nate, they're out of school. Oh, is he gonna lose? Teddy puts chewed gum onto a drinking fountain, which is disgusting itself. But he puts it over the nozzle. So then Big Nate approaches and somehow doesn't see this really obvious gum. Just how? Okay, whew. Sorry there. Didn't know what button to press. So there's this gum right on the drinking fountain, right on the nozzle. Big Nate somehow totally oblivious, doesn't notice. And then he presses on the water fountain to get a drink, but then, uh-oh, the gum starts inflating. That's always a good sign, right? Big Nate keeps pressing that button, and the gum explodes. Oh no. And then you think, okay, so the gum just gets everywhere. But it's worse, because it's white. There's white stuff all over the walls, despite the gum being pink. Why would the stuff be white? Unless you wanted to make it look like cum. I know they sound similar, gum, cum, but pink and white do not look the same. Big Nate animators, what are you doing? And writers, there's this strange moment where Big Nate asks his father to sing him the butt cheek song, and Big Nate, it doesn't help that the voice actor for Nate sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog. Big Nate is lying on his stomach in bed, butt cheeks out, ready for smacking, and his dad gets out a pair of bongos and he goes, "Are you ready, son?" And Big Nate's like, "Oh yeah, I am so ready." And just why that reaction to having your father play the butt cheek song on these bongos, and even having the dad play the song on bongos as opposed to the implication being Nate's butt cheeks. I mean, you know, were the writers originally planning the dad to play the butt cheek song on Nate's butt cheeks, but then even the studio said, look, come on, you have to be a little subtle here. I mean, what is wrong with Nickelodeon? On a more serious note, I just don't get it. Look, I understand that kids like butts and stuff. I mean, I remember going to a movie theater. I don't even know what movie it was. It was probably before COVID. Yeah, it had to have been. I don't think I've been to a theater since. And it must have been some kids movie because all the trailers were for children's films, and every single one had a butt or a fart joke. There's one in particular about a blueberry avalanche, and then a character had two giant blueberries in their pants that made it look like they had a big butt, and one of them popped or something. I don't know. But there's a big difference between potty humor and just perverted fetishist stuff, and some of Big Nate, it really feels like that. I don't know what is wrong with these creators, but I don't think, I gotta admit, I don't know that some of that should be in a kid's show. It's not as bad as Dan Schneider, because Dan Schneider was harming people, and if you don't know about Dan Schneider, look it up at your own risk. I don't know that any of it has been confirmed, per se, so it's only allegedly, but I think there's pretty strong evidence that Dan Schneider had many fetishes. And look, it's fine to have fetishes. I'm not a kink shamer. Well, I don't know if I can say that full stop. I guess it depends on the kink. But usually, it's fine for people to have their attractions. But when those attractions lead to harmful actions, then it becomes a problem. One of the things, I think the weirdest thing, the strongest piece of evidence against Dan Schneider Well, there's actually two. So first of all, there's those weird videos that were not ever in the Victorious show, but were done for Victorious on the website or something, where Dan Schneider just has Ariana Grande alone in a bedroom pouring water over her face and then showing her feet and squeezing a phallic looking potato, hoping juice comes out. I mean, it's just so... it feels pornographic watching it. I have no idea how they got away with it. And then there was probably the worst thing. Well, it's hard to say worst, but definitely one of the grosser things that Dan Schneider did was post on Twitter saying, "Hey, Sam and Cat fans, why don't you post pictures of your feet with Sharpie written Sam and Cat fan on your feet? Haha, it'll be so funny and cool." So he just had a bunch of underage kids. It's kind of a redundancy, but a bunch of kids just showing their feet. Yeah, it's gross. Anyways, I'm trying to think of what to do, because I kind of want to use the Mega Mush to steal coins, but I also kind of want to get an item from the item shop, hoping that there's a magic lamp. I don't know. Let's just... I kind of want to use my... Let's go for... Yeah. Because at least... If I get a lot of coins, we'll get the coin star. So let's try for coin star. Boop. Let's see. I think I just passed it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But right now, nobody else is gonna... Oh, yeah. Also, he's gonna take coins from me. But I think if nobody else gets the star, that would be in my favor, because so far I've won the mini games and I have the most coins. So I'm fine with the star just staying there out of reach. Alright, that was my Big Nate discussion. Is there anything else I have to say about Big Nate? I guess I should mention my own experiences with Big Nate. As a kid, like many kids, I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and then one day when I was at the bookstore, I saw a book called Big Nate. The books looked a lot like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, same dimensions, same cover, and it said even on the cover, "This is a great book," quote from Jeff Kinney, the author of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I thought, wow, great. And so I got the book, and I read it, and I had to admit I was a little disappointed when I read the book. The plot, it's a weird book, the first one, because the first 3 chapters are about a conflict which gets immediately resolved and doesn't matter. The book starts off with Big Nate being worried because he thinks he's gonna fail a big test. For some reason, he thinks there's a big test that he forgot to study for, and so he has this big dilemma. Oh, do I go to school? Do I lie? Whatever. And that goes on for 3 chapters, but then he finds out, no, actually, there isn't a big test. You're fine. And so then none of that really mattered. And then suddenly, near the end, sorry, what am I thinking? Then suddenly, plot does a big 180, and Nate, the true conflict, the true premise or plot of the book is when Nate gets a fortune cookie and is told that he is destined for greatness, and then that's when it goes. But it bothered me as a kid. Apparently I've just always been concerned with plot structure and things like that. Oh, hold on. Now we can start the mystery train. Next stop, the boneyard. To the boneyard. Do I get a choice? Guess not. So, if the red boos are gone... Oh, I think I can choose What? Oh, he's on. Okay, he's following me. Well, I think the star is this way, but I have to be careful because Waluigi is with me. I also don't know when this ends. If I go that way, there might be some cool stuff to do. And I would be keeping Waluigi away from the star, which I did say earlier was my plan. This might be the safer option. Let's play it safe. Last time I took a risk and it didn't quite work, so... If Waluigi's away from the star, and I have the most coins and I'm winning the most mini games, I'm okay. Especially because Waluigi's the one I have on hard. Oh, I totally forgot about this. Oh, I guess if I can get enough coins, this will be good for me, though. But I'm gonna lose some now. Hold on. That's my A button. Okay. Oh, it's, wow, 12? I guess it is the first 5 turns, so it tends to be less. What turn is it, actually? I should check. Oh, okay, so once I do the minigame, this will be the end of this episode. But okay, I think this was a good discussion. So in conclusion, Big Nate is definitely sus. There is something weird about the show. Not a big fan. To be fair, I've only watched these clips. I don't know whether every single moment of the show is... Oh, I guess I should mention... What was it? Because I was talking about the first book. Yeah, look, it's kind of a nitpick. My whole thing about, oh, it has this plot line that seems like it's going to be the big deal of the book, but then really doesn't matter. Like, probably doesn't really matter. It was just a thing that bothered me as a kid. But then, later in high school, Big Nate became kind of a meme between my friends because there's just something funny about it. And so, for 2 years in a row, for Secret Santa, I got Big Nate books. In 20... it would have been Christmas 2016, my junior year, I got the 6th book, Big Nate, oh, what's it called? Goes the Distance. And then the next year, Christmas 2017, I got Big Nate, I got the 4th one. But the 6th one is really good. Chad is quite awesome. But okay, that's it for this episode. See ya.